that brings us to now. As you've seen, that was me, level 1 in the first level, first boss, getting eaten alive, and then the second part is obviously me going back as I am now with all my gear and just mincing him, just walking straight through. He barely did any damage to me the second time. So the last 4 live streams I've done have been on New Game Plus, but the difficulty has been pretty easy. I'm going through everybody too easy. It can't be that fun to watch, so I'm going to up the level of difficulty to New Game Plus Plus. And at the moment I've been eaten alive. It's now Wednesday evening, so I'm just going to do this video and then I'll probably go to bed. Tomorrow I'll get a couple of levels, maybe 2 levels up, and then maybe 2 more levels before the stream on Friday. But this is the gear we're going to be wearing. We're going to be using claws, or the fists as they're called. We have, see the third one down in blue, imbue fire. So we've got fire for basically most enemies, and I'll show you why in a second. And then we got water for when I do come up somebody that is fire based. We have the water against them. I'll show you the Inari's Grace now in a second. 1, 2, it's on this here, and it's on my 2 range weapons as well. We got a Tengu mask. Not a whole lot, I just make sure I have attack on everything that I have. The Tengu mask, I picked this because it has super efficient yokai abilities, and I've been watching the stream. The yokai abilities are the ones where like I kind of starts throwing out loads of electric swords. So the reason I picked the mask is recover a portion of the anima spent when you use a yokai ability. So that's why we picked this. We're going with Imakomi's armor set. It's the Brilliant Stratagem, and they all have attack on it as well. It's mostly Omnio magic power of elemental weapon damage on everything. This is the important thing. The Yasakani Magatama. The Magatama, see the top one there, the green, set bonus requirements reduced by 1. This says I have 5 pieces on. I've actually only got 4. That counts as 1. This says I have 6 pieces on. I don't know what's going on there, but I only have 5. Well, I've got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This counts as 1 piece of the set, and I think it's counting the mask as another set. Oh, it is, Inari's Grace. Alright, happy days. I didn't even realise that until I was going through it. Okay, the Inari's Grace bonus. I have 5 pieces plus this, which makes 6. And that gives me an extra 252 life, plus 30 Omnio magic power, reduced damage taken, elemental weapon damage on top of what I have in each piece of armor, and the 6th piece is faster key recovery on Omnio magic used. Now I do use the Omnio magic every time I go into a fight, so I'm going to benefit from that straight away. And as I was saying about having the fire weapon as my main weapon is because this set, the Brilliant Stratagem, gives me a blindness status on scorched enemies. Reduced defense when I shoot somebody. They've reduced armor by 50%. I've burn accumulation, which how fast the burn accumulates on the enemy, by an extra 15%. And the last piece is melee damage against scorched enemies, so enemies that I put on fire. So they go on fire really quickly. They're blinded, I could just go behind them, and I do extra damage against them. What else have I got on it? Pretty much that's it, just elemental damage on each piece. Oh, elemental damage and attack on each piece. Omnio magic power or ninjutsu power on each one. Untouched ammo on a few, so I don't actually go through all my bullets. Elemental damage, Omnio magic. We have life recovery on Amrita absorption, which we get when we're fighting people. Untouched Omnio magic just means that I don't use, there's a chance of me not to use up the magic when I try to use it. Or for fan, key recovery speed, fire damage, more burn accumulation by an extra 12%, 12.9%, melee damage, and ninjutsu power. Our Demon Parade scroll is melee damage by 5.4%, elemental damage by 5.1%, and melee key damage by 6.7%. We'll go through these. Now you'll actually see these in action on Friday. We have just electricity power, electric element. We got a fire element and we got a water element. Then we got our elixirs. We have our buffs on the other wheel. We have one that gives us it neutralizes a certain amount of damage. We have one that basically it gets rid of the yokai realms that the yokai leave on the ground, and it recovers our key pretty quickly. The extraction talisman means when I'm hitting somebody, I get Amrita for them, which benefits my piece up here, which life recovery on Amrita absorption, so they kind of go hand in hand. So as I'm hitting people I get Amrita, and then I end up being healed by this one here. And then the power pill just for a little extra damage. We're going to be using Yatagarasu. I have to say these right. Yatagarasu. We get anima charge bonus on cumulative damage. Untouched ammo by 20%. Imbue fire on ranged attacks. Now we're already doing a shitload of fire damage and element damage. Then we got melee damage versus scorched enemies, an extra 15%. Anima bonus. Range weapon hit A. Anima is what we need to use these guys. If you watch the little screen down the end, we won't be using this one a lot. It does set people on fire, but as you can see, the top one there, I get an extra fire damage of 7.4%. This can still be upgraded to do a little more damage. You can ignore the stealth. The defense and yokai shift just helps a little bit. Anima charge bonus, so the more Amrita I have, the quicker my anima will charge. And nullify damage in yokai shift by 13%. This one here, I get yokai ability damage on scorched enemies, so anytime I use these against an enemy that's on fire, which is going to be all of them, I get an extra 20% damage. We got equipment drop rate, you can forget about that. Yokai ability damage, so all of these get an extra 10% on top of the other 20% for them being on fire. I get an anima bonus for them being scorched, and we got a defense plus 5. And the last one here is melee damage against 0 key enemies. And that's that blue bar at the end. If you watch the other streams, you see the blue bar underneath the health bar. When that goes to 0, they kind of get stunned, and that's a 0. That means they have 0 key, so an extra 5% damage. Now, I'm doing a lot of damage, so 5%, 5.2% is a lot. And we got more defense in yokai shift. We got more anima charge, 3.2%, and we got extra attack on that. So yeah, as you see with the first boss, we're kicking ass, but it's a different story when I'm in New Game Plus. But say we're looking at Friday 9 PM GMT. It will be on the same channel you found this video. I hope to see you there, and you can see me struggling through New Game Plus. But yeah, thanks for watching.